All right, guys. Another big game. Every game big. We try to get to the playoffs. The rookie quarterback, man, he's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Rookie quarterback doing pretty good. He's when they play golf all that money, man. God, we broke. Can't cut him. Lose $46 million. He's just not smart. Yeah, you gotta stick with him.
It's girly power. Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
All right, guys, we still got to do over.
I'll have scores around the league
If
for you
all
at
fails.
the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
All right.
Both of these
Let's
teams
do it,
about
dog.
to reach the
Let's
halfway
shake
point
against
of
the
this
wind.
NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brennan looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Brennan. And
Complete
on the deep ball.
Would it be
Not only
William
was the call
Jones?
spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game.
Hi, guys.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
I don't know if I like
Especially
this
when we're
guy.
talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his
Good
running
catch,
back,
good throw.
complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
He's
It's a gain
winning
of
plays,
6
he can
on the
throw.
play, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mike Pennell with the tackle. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through
Good
the air.
first down throw.
It's gonna be complete to his tight end, Everett. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, here are the starters for the New York Jets. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose.
Tight end on a lot.
It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And incomplete.
You got to hold on to that, Bo.
Made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Bo, you had
Anytime a
that.
defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Good job. Good job.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
To throw on 3rd down, Brennan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
All right, let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw.
Drag route.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
Drag route.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought
Good
down with the
Good
first
job.
down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Pennell able to get him for a loss of about 3. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return. But I don't think they care. They've got the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys. That's how we're going to play. And they responded to the challenge.
So out now come the Jets. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now McGuire. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's McGuire. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go, guys. He's standing right here. Come on.
All right, here we go.
On third down, it's McGuire.
He's going back. He's got
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive and interception. How will he handle it?
And I think this is where your leaders step up for you, right? Your veteran guys put a big arm around him. All right, guy, had one. Don't worry about it. Let's get out there and let's roll. And I'm also eager to see what the offensive coordinator is going to do. How much confidence does he have in him? Does he go safe now, or does he continue to run the full game plan?
Completes it to Moncrief left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Good catch.
That'll be caught by Cup.
Yeah, to get that money, man. Good job, Cup.
Inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Touchdown throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now.
To throw on 2nd down. Brennan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter.
We got no middle linebacker. So who's playing middle linebacker? So Byron hurt. Oh boy hurt. Byron I come back in. So you playing. And Mosley playing. Okay.
Number 2 here. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
All right, let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Brennan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
play fake here on first down. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, Brennan.
He rushed that one.
But it's incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Green 39.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Good sack.
And down he goes.
He ran right into it.
From the Rams.
Good job, Ray.
Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Enough takes to start you out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now
Ray.
looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. Boom, there.
From the gun, Brennan. Open man is Stewart. It's complete.
Come on, that's some bullshit.
Down near the 20-yard line.
Oh,
Just
come
shy
on.
of
He
the
held on to
20.
that.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run with McGuire. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Good defense right there on the line. Way to stop it.
2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the carry, this is McGuire. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Looking to the field goal.
Looking to throw. Brennan,
Fumble.
nowhere to go here. He lost the
Good
football.
job.
And the Rams have got it back.
Good job. He didn't fall for the screen that time.
Fumbles. You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I don't see the dude broadcast. I can't find the broadcast yet. Maybe it's short.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Good throw with a step in the pocket. Good job, Ricky. Good, looking good.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Come on. Why did you throw that
And he may
bad?
want to track down that football because that's
I just want to
interception
throw to the
number
underneath
1 of his
guys.
career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game.
That's
When
a
you
bad
put in the
play.
back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. Then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Off the play fake. Brennan. Coleman has it here right side. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Pick your part, you get all day.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and
Now we
the
got the
offensive
broadcast.
line not helping him much.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now Gillisley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him
Down
to get
call.
through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I got
Tough
too many
running there.
yards.
It's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Typically, I think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jets on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Operating from the gun. Brennan. And the
Good job,
third
good
down
job.
pass falls incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a
funny.
crowd of people
Good
into the
job.
equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up
Yeah,
man.
it took too long.
Absolutely.
Took too long to hide it.
He'll wind up losing a yard or two. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
God damn it, man. Come on.
With a football at the 35-yard line.
Where did he come from?
So
It's some bullshit.
Now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Hobaleni.
On 1st down, Brennan.
Way to jump in there, Johnson.
There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Brennan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here we go. Hobaleni. Hobaleni.
Throwing on 1st down. Brennan over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brennan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Come on, guys.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact.
You can't keep turning the ball over there and take the win.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Brennan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 26.
Come on, man. He's not in bounds. One. Can you tell, man? Y'all gotta challenge that. I don't think he had 2 feet in.
This offense finding its legs
gonna
now.
look at it,
Here's
huh?
another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Good, run the quarterback every down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue line.
Throwing again. Brennan. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had.
No, you holding me.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Brennan.
Good sack.
Taken down. Back at the 25. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Russell Wilson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Phillip Rivers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. This one complete to his fullback.
Good job.
Backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Fumble, good job. Stay trying to run his butt.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 1st and goal, Gurley.
Good job, boy. You need to get in the end zone. Good run.
Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown.
Good job.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Hey guys, how did you get through all that?
Up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Brennan throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Gillisley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Watch the front. Watch the front.
Here we go now. Blue, line it.
Looking to throw on second down.
Fumble.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Damn it, guys. We got to pick that up. Good hit, though. Pretty good, Don.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a third and very long. From the gun, Brennan. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now let's go.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Takes you on the final play.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top for Cup. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass, incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped.
Ready, your money not.
Good a good pickup there, 26 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
Good job. Look at this.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
All right, here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Yeah,
And
he
his
didn't
guys
see
are
the
going to
stuff.
get the
He right there,
football
man.
at the
Just take your time.
23-yard line.
He fumble every time.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive. Brennan. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brennan. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brennan, complete out right to Kurz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
Wow.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun, Brennan. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
What the hell happened? How do we get to the 4th quarter?
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green,
from the gun, Brennan. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Shane Ray in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Every quarter wrong.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Operating from the gun, Brennan. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Brennan. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Guys.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Yeah, he is quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again they run with Gurley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
You ain't blocking.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be
God damn it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert
That
there
shit
on
don't work
3rd
no more.
down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th
Yeah,
down
the back of his
decision.
head.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Oh, good bounce. Good bounce.
And the Jets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Blue line it. Blue line it.
On 1st down, Brennan.
Good catch.
Here comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Brennan.
Good job.
Right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line.
A Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on third down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
All right, good job.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air is out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Guys.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Come on, Vikings. What are y'all doing?
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They run. It's Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
All right, good run, Gurley. Just a field goal range. Good job.
And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead down to 17. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Green, 39. Green.
Throwing on 1st down. Brennan. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go. 319. 319.
To throw again, Brennan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good job, Coleman.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Party's over.
Let's go.
Game in hand. The offense takes the knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after. after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle with the late points, and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for L.A., the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you, right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it.